going on, guys? So tonight we're going to do a body weight workout. We're going to do it, actually use a deck of cards tonight. Shout out to a guy named Jesse Paulak, if I'm saying that name right. He's got a channel here on YouTube. I've been watching him lately. He's been doing a workout, a morning follow-along workout, strictly body weight. What he does is he uses a deck of cards. Very simple concept. You take a full deck of cards, 52 cards, you flip that card over, that corresponding number, you do that amount of reps. Now Jesse's been doing push-ups and squats. I'm going to switch it up a bit. I'll be doing dips on the parallel bars right into squats. So if we deal a 7 of any suit, it's going to be 7 dips, 7 squats, so on and so forth, all the way up to 10. Face cards, Jack, Queen, King will be 10 reps. And when we hit an ace, we're going to hit 11 reps on that. So all told, if we go through the deck, 52 cards, we should come out, if I did my math right, I hope I did, somewhere in the area of 380 reps for each exercise. 380 dips, 380 squats. So just going to do a little bit more of a warm-up. Hopefully a couple of people pop in, and then we'll get going. And again, we're going to flip over one card at a time and do that corresponding number of reps. Parallel bar dips, bodyweight squats. So again, I originally saw this workout with being done with push-ups and squats. I'm just going to switch it up here. I have my parallel bars set up, so we're going to hit that, okay? So obviously the goal is going to be to get through the whole deck of cards. Hopefully we could do that with each exercise. Again, all told, going through 52 cards, we should be up around 380 reps on each exercise. It's going to be parallel bar dips, body weight squats. All right, so let's hit up the first card here. Starting off with 11. Like I said, aces are going to be 11, so we're going to do 11 parallel bar dips and 11 body weight squats. All right, guys, that was a good start. Madison, what's up? Running with Goofy, GHC, how we doing? Second card, we got an 8 close. 8 dips, 8 squats. All right, guys, so like I said, when I first saw this, what's up, Fresh? How you doing, brother? Thanks for popping in. Gee, it's 10:17 p.m. Shout out to Iran. Next up, we got 3 of diamonds, guys. So we're doing, like I said, dealing one card. Guys, I think I timed out there. So we just did 3. Next card up is a 6. 6 dips, 6 squats. Going through the whole deck of cards, 52 cards. Okay, next up, we got a king, so we're gonna hit 10. 10 dips, 10 squats. Again, shout out to Iran, GHZ. How good at dips, Jaden? Dips are very good. They're called the upper body squat. You're gonna work your triceps, your chest, get a little lean forward, bring more chest into it. Thank you, Fresh. You know, I appreciate you being here. Tim Saw, I do not take testosterone. I do not take any type of shit like that. I wouldn't put that in my body on a fucking bet, to be honest with you. Jimmy V, enjoy your burgers. Josh Roach, community, that's what it's all about. Hi, Ava. All right, guys, we got a king. We're gonna do 10 and 10, 10 dips, 10 squats. Fresh, I'm always tired and depleted, my friend. Yeah, I do. I mean, I push myself. You know, I trust me. You know, I get it when I talk to people, say, how do you get motivated? I mean, I don't always want to do it, you know. But see, that's the difference. You got to push yourself. It's that motivation, that internal motivation. Well, niece, if that's the case, you better hide your wife or turn off the phone. TM, I appreciate you. Glad you're getting inspired. Hope you're doing your reps. Big Daddy, what's up, brother? How are you? All right, guys, we just had a king that was 10 reps. We're on to 6. 6 dips, 6 squats. Thanks, Fresh. You know I appreciate you being here, brother. 5, guys. We just had a 6. We're on to 5. 5 dips, 5 squats. So again, guys, this is a workout that I saw. This guy by the name of Jesse Pawlak, P-A-W-L-A-K. I believe his channel is called Free Energy or something. He's on YouTube, and basically he's doing this workout, but he's going by the 52 cards in the deck. You flip it over, you do that corresponding number of reps. He's doing push-ups and squats. I decided to make it squats and dips rather than the push-ups. We just had a 5. Drew another ace, which is going to be 11 reps, 11 dips, 11 squats. So again, guys, if you make it through the whole deck, you'll wind up with 300, and it should be 380 reps for each exercise. We just had an ace onto a jack. 10 of each. Face cards count for 10. Okay guys, give me a second here. We got a glitch going. See if we can get back to that. Got a 4. Fresh, and really, you know, any exercise, any resistance exercise is going to help increase the test, but you're not going to increase anything if you're not putting the right things in your body. You're not taking vitamin D, maybe a little bit of zinc if you're deficient in that, getting enough healthy fats in your diets, not boozing, not getting high. You have to look at the things that decrease your testosterone and stop doing them, right? And then throw in the things that are going to obviously increase it. Yeah, lunges, I mean, lunges can be tough on the knees. You gotta watch. Do I ever deal with, yeah, TM, pretty regularly. Something always hurts me, TM. Injuries to the extent where I can't do anything, you know, thankfully, not in a while. We're on a 7. But you know, TM, you're never gonna get away with nothing. Something's always, it's never gonna be perfect. You're never gonna wake up every day and say, nothing bothers me, my head is on straight, I don't have a headache, I don't have a footache, something's always gonna be off. And if you're gonna let every day when you wake up, the littlest thing deter you. Now I'm not saying, of course, like a major injury, a broken bone or like a serious thing, an accident. But these nagging things, you know, I have a thing going on with my elbow. For quite some time last year, I had something going on with my shoulder. I stretch a lot. Again, I try to eat the right things that aren't going to drive inflammation in my body. And I just try to keep moving, and you work around things. You know, if it's a repetitive use type thing, you know, you just have to, a little massage, hot and cold treatments, just things like that. But you know, you have to learn your body. You have to know your body, what you can do, what you can and can't do. Is it a legitimate injury where you shouldn't be doing anything, or is it just like a nagging thing that you can work around in some way, shape, or form? Most things you can work around. All right, guys, we hit an ace. That's 11 reps of each. 11 dips, 11 squats. Yeah, Fresh, I think we've talked about that before. The seed oils, absolute poison. And the problem is they are everywhere. They're in everything that we eat. So you really have to watch. You really have to be aware. Read labels. And that's why I do my very best to just stick with whole foods, because anything processed, if you look in there somewhere, if it's not a bunch of sugar, some type of artificial sweetener, these preservatives and chemicals and this and that, it's going to be some type of oil. You know, people say, well, I had a salad for lunch. Chances are, if you have something in your refrigerator that's some type of salad dressing or any type of sauces or anything, you look in there, mayonnaise, regular plain old Hellmann's mayonnaise, which is a real popular brand. You look at the ingredients, number one, it's always going to be soybean oil. TM, I do cold plunge. I have a little cold plunge at home. I think I have a couple of shorts videos on my channel here if you look back, if you're that interested. We got a seven dips, 7 squats. But I love the cold plunge. I actually do a cold shower every morning, so. Got a 7, guys, 7 dips, 7 squats. And those seed oils too, getting back to that fresh, those seed oils are highly, highly inflammatory. They drive a lot of inflammation in your body. So I do my best to stay away from them. I use things like extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, coconut oil. Got an easy one now, guys, 2 of each. Six of diamonds, 6 of each, guys. Yeah, fresh. It's got to. You have to do food prep. It's imperative, because if you don't have the food prepared, the real food. If you don't have that prepared, the first thing you're going for when you get crazy hungry is going to be the processed shit, because it's always there, right? Because it sits in that cabinet, it sits wherever for years. It doesn't go bad because it's not real food. So that's the first thing you're going to go for. All right, guys, we got 6 of each. But food prep is key. Not only from, a time standpoint, it's a great way to just have everything prepared. You don't have to go home and cook a dinner every night, cook a lunch. Everything is right there. It's just a matter of heating it up. But from a financial standpoint, everybody claims, oh, well, it's so expensive to eat healthy. If you buy your food in bulk and prepare it at home, figure out going out to eat even once a day, twice a day, over the course of a few days, a week, a month. It's crazy. That money you could put towards food in the supermarket. But again, it takes a little planning. You got to plan it out, figure out what you're going to have, make up your shopping list and go get it, and then prepare the food at home. People just aren't inclined to do that because it's not convenient, right? They'll cry about, I don't have time, I don't have the money, it's so expensive. Meanwhile, there's some McDonald's with a 20-piece McNugget and a large fry. All right, guys, we hit another ace. That's 11. Aces count as 11. We're gonna do 11 dips, 11 squats. I'll put a king right back into 10. Face card's a 10, guys. So like when I first saw this routine, like I said, it was actually done with push-ups and squats. I'm hitting the parallel bar dips with the squats in place of the push-ups. We got 10. No problem, TM. That's what we're here for, brother. We got to start moving. Too many of us are sitting around doing nothing, not doing food prep, not exercising. Things are really out of control. So we got to take our own health into our own hands. We could do it, right? Instead of making the excuses. Up with an 8 guys, 8 squats, 8 parallel bar dips. Thank you, Magda. Appreciate that. Hope you're doing well. Right back with a 9, guys. 9 dips, 9 squats. So all we're doing is going through a deck of cards. You flip over each card, you do that corresponding number of reps on each exercise. Face cards count for 10 reps, and aces will count for 11. Okay, guys, that was 9. Next up, back with a 10. So if you get through the whole deck of cards using the count that I just described, you should get a total of 380 of each exercise. Another option too is to leave the joker in there and make those, you could just come up with a random number, obviously higher than any number in the deck, and see where you go. That'll get you over 400 reps. But right now, if we get through this deck, we'll have done 380 dips, 380 squats. Right back with a 5, guys. Fresh, you want to talk about hypertrophy? Well, I mean, you know, I've said this many times before. So you talk about all the different rep ranges, right? The science, the book, the bro science is going to tell you strength is what, 6 to 8 reps, hypertrophy 8 to 12 reps, whatever, and then endurance 12 to 15 and even more. And some guys will swear by that, but I don't believe that you can paint 8 billion people with a broad brush. You have to be willing to put the time in, put the effort in, commit yourself to say 6 months. I'm going to do this routine for 6 months. In order, I mean, again, everybody's different. on how much protein you need. There's general fundamental starting points, but you definitely want to be getting, if you're looking to build, for muscles to build, the building blocks of muscle are going to be amino acids, i.e. protein, right? Amino acids make up protein. And you want a complete form of protein where you get all those essential amino acids. For muscle building, leucine is the most important. Where do you get the most leucine? Out of animal proteins. Fish, meat, eggs, dairy. You know, I eat a lot, like I said, a lot of yogurt and stuff like that. But you have to be willing to commit. So if you're going to believe in the science and you want to do the 8 to 12, pick a routine and do your basic lifts. If it's what you're looking to do, you want to bench press, you want to do some deadlifting, some type of squat or leg press. Just the basics, right? And make sure you get your curls in. I advocate the dips for the upper body, you know, for the triceps and to hit the chest. But commit to a routine for X amount of time, and you really have to track. If you're really talking about, I want to build muscle, you know, people do it. They'll work out for 2 weeks and say, this doesn't work, that doesn't work. I believe now where I'm at, I try a little bit of everything. I'll go into the gym or I'll come out here, and some days I'll do weighted dips. Yesterday I did weighted pull-ups, right? Just sets of like 5. And I just mix it up. I think there's a place for everything, because you want to do the heavier weights. Certainly you don't want to do that every day. Sometimes I'll hit that 8 to 12 rep range. And some days I'll go overboard and I'll do like 15 to 20 reps, because I believe that definitely does build up endurance. And that's why when I'm at the park or when I'm doing a routine like this, I like to go as quickly as possible. People say, how much do you rest between sets? I don't count time. As soon as I feel like I'm ready to go, I go, because I want to keep my heart rate up. You know, I don't want to do what I'm doing now. I'm talking to the camera, so obviously, you know, I'm getting cold and I got to go back and do more reps. But under normal circumstances, doing a normal workout, I want to go as quickly as I can. Ahmad, the squad doesn't have to be correct. Look around, brother. You tell me if they're correct. You tell me if the squad is correct. Human nature, you're not a fat slob, brother. Just start doing some reps, eat some whole foods, cut out the booze. You know, very simple in theory, but in execution, it is hard, I get it. But you got to find a way to motivate yourself and do it. The alternative isn't good. The alternative is not good. Thank you, Brian Jackson. Appreciate you. All right, guys, we're on to a 4. After all that talking. You know, the other thing, Fresh, if you're still there, you know, you talk about hypertrophy and building muscle. I don't know if you were on, I was on live the other day and somebody brought up Mike Mentzer and his, you know, his high intensity training where they do like 1 rep to absolute failure. I think Dorian Yates was on that type of training. You got to remember, like, who's giving you the advice? You know, these guys are shooting so many drugs, and these guys were back in the 70s. Well, Yates was what, in the 80s, maybe early 90s, I forget. Mentzer was going back, he was with Arnold, late 70s, maybe early 80s. And those guys back then weren't doing the drugs that the guys like the Ronnie Colemans and the guys that are doing today. But where are you getting the advice from? You know, a guy who's injecting insulin and all sorts of steroids and all sorts of growth hormone, and then he's going to tell you this is how you have to work out to gain muscle. You know, I can go sit on my couch and inject testosterone in my ass and grow muscle and lose fat just by watching TV if I do that. You understand? So the point is, you just have to work. You just have to work and you have to learn your body, and you're not going to do it overnight. You're not going to do it overnight, and you're not going to get it, you know, really from a YouTube video. You can get ideas. I say it all the time. You know, you're not going to get motivation to get up and get off the couch. You could look at somebody working out and say, I think I would like to work out like that. Yeah, I like working out outside. I could do park workouts. No, I'm not an outside guy. I want to work out in the gym. So you can find ideas, right? Get inspired by people to, okay, I want to go do that. But the actual motivation to get off your ass and go do it. And then when you do it, you have to keep that motivation. There's got to be something inside you, right? And you have to keep going. You can't try something Even with weight loss, when I deal with people, you know, after 2, 3, 4 weeks, they're completely done. They're done. People don't want to commit. People don't want to change. They want to say they're changing without changing. And if nothing changes, nothing's ever going to change. So you have to look at your circumstance. Look at yourself in the mirror. Do I want to look like this? Do I want to feel like this? If the answer is no, you've got to change. You've got to stop doing the shit that's making you sick. That's number one. And then find the things that are going to help get you better. But if you're doing things that you think are going to make you feel better or make you look better, and you're still doing the shit that got you to your low point, man, you're going to be treading water for the rest of your life. Yeah, Fresh, I'm big on supersets myself because I just think I think it's way more time efficient. And like you, I like to go to the antagonist muscles, like, you know, say I'll do like a pull-up and then maybe do triceps, you know what I mean? Or do a bench and then do some curls, you know what I mean? Do the opposite. But supersets, most of my workouts I'll do some type of superset. I think it's much more time efficient. And again, it goes back to, I like to keep my heart rate up. I'm not a guy who's gonna go to the gym or go to the park and do a set and then sit down and stare at my phone for 5 or 10 minutes, which drives me out of my mind. I see it every single day, every single time I'm in the gym, constantly. People just sitting on some machine or some bench, and they'll do a half-ass set, and then they'll sit there on their phone all day. So. Brian, you are spot on, my brother. Shout out to Brian. You said that perfectly, my friend. Got a 10, guys. Well, you're talking about like the rest time, Fresh? Yeah, obviously a power lifter. You're gonna need that, you know, 3 to 5, whatever, minutes in between sets. That I get. But I'm talking about the average guy that goes in and he's benching 135 and he does 10 reps and then sits there scrolling through his phone for the next 9 minutes. Easy one with a 2, guys. Six dips, six squats. Heber, thank you for that. Appreciate you popping in. I hope you're doing well. Back with a 9, guys. 9 squats, 9 dips. Dips being known as the upper body squat. Fresh, the warm-up and stretch is imperative. imperative, non-negotiable. It has to be done. There's no maybe I'll warm up, maybe I'll stretch. It's an absolute imperative. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's important just for overall mobility, flexibility. Don't forget when you, especially if you're going to be hitting, heavier weights and really any type of exercise, if you're going to be moving your body and putting stress on your body, especially following the workout, your body's, you're going to tighten up naturally. You'll have, a lot of times you'll have that soreness the next day. And as long as that's just that regular, delayed, what they call DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness, where you get that a day or two after you have a hard workout. Most people, again, they'll use that as an excuse. Oh, I'm too sore, I can't work out. An absolute cure for that is a good stretch. A good 10, 15 minute stretch. Just move your body. You start slow, it's gonna hurt, right? It's like peeling off a scab. Initially, you're gonna feel that pain, but it's gonna go away and it's gonna subside. And stretching is the most important thing you could do. Even people that don't work out or can't, for some reason can't, if you do some type of stretching, it's one of the best things for you. Queen, guys, that's 10. Remember, the face cards all count for 10. So for you guys that weren't here, we're going through a deck of cards and we're doing upper parallel bar dips and body weight squats. So we do the corresponding number to each card. Whatever we turn over, we do that amount of reps. So if it's a face card, we're gonna do 10. If it's an ace, we're gonna do 11. So if we get through a 52 card deck, we should have 380 reps of each exercise. When I first saw this, it was on a guy's channel by the name of Jesse Paulak. You could check him out. It's called Free Energy. He's doing it every morning. I think he's doing like a 30-day challenge. He's doing push-ups and squats. I just decided to switch it up a bit and go with the dips rather than the push-ups. So we got 10. Queen. I may have just done that 10, but if I screwed the count up, I got to do it. I got to pay a penalty. Thanks, is it Heber? Appreciate that, man. Just keep grinding, run your own race, you'll get there. Gotta exercise, but main thing, your health comes, I always say health comes from the inside out. And, no matter how much exercise you do, how much working out you do, if you're pouring shit in your mouth, you're gonna get shit out. It's not gonna work, so. And I know it's hard. I know the diets, everybody struggles with the diet. I struggle with the diet. It's a fact of life. So you can either curl up in a ball and resign yourself to the fact that I don't want to try, I don't want to put the effort in. I'm just going to eat the shit and live on it and then deal with the consequence. And there will be consequences at some point. So for all you people that are sitting out there saying, no, you don't understand, I could eat what I want. No, you can't. It may not show on your waistline for a lot of people. For some people, not a lot, because most people are overweight and obese. But for some people, you say, well, he eats whatever he wants. He doesn't gain weight. Well, you're not him. Don't worry about it. He's going to pay the price. because that shit, without a doubt, is rotting your organs right out of your body. How long is it going to take? I don't know. It may take 5 years for me. It may take 2 years for you. It may take 12 years for him. Who knows? Who cares? Run your own race. Worry about you. But if you're not willing to put the work in, don't complain, right? What do they say? Don't complain about the results you don't get from the work you don't do, or something to that effect. Yeah, we're going to keep going, Eber, as long as we can. Eber, I'm sorry if I'm messing up your name. Got an 8, guys. 8 dips, 8 squats. Thank you, Eber. I appreciate that. I appreciate you being here. And I do appreciate your support. You have a good night too. Stay safe. Hopefully we'll talk to you again. I'm on periodically live. I don't have a set schedule when I come on, but definitely feel free to pop in. I appreciate you being here. Appreciate the feedback and the support. Back with a 9, guys. 9 dips, 9 squats. Another face card, guys. So again, the face cards are all going to count for 10. Jack, Queen, King. Put one of those, is going to be 10 reps of each. Back with an 8. So again, guys, I originally saw this workout with push-ups and squats. So if you want to do something like this, you can't do the dips, you have a hard time with the dips. What you could do with the dips is you could get a band and strap it across the bars, and that would be an assist. Or if you can't do dips yet and you want to work on them, you could do static holds and just do it for that corresponding number of seconds. In other words, let's say I can't do dips, I'm having a hard time, I'm trying to build up the strength to do parallel bar dips. So I just pulled an 8. So what I'll do is, instead of doing 8 reps, 8 full dips, I'm gonna hold it, a static hold for 8 seconds. I'll do an 8 count in my head. All right, so if that makes sense, so you just do that, right? Or if you want to try it with some push-ups, if you still struggle with push-ups, there's always knee push-ups. There's always push-ups against the wall, against your kitchen counter, against the retaining wall, against the steps. You can find a way to do it, right? You don't have to do exactly what and if you're looking at me saying, you know, you're still in first grade and you're way more advanced, we'll try it with weighted. Try with weighted reps. right? Do some weighted dips, grab a couple of dumbbells or a kettlebell and do your squats with that, you know? Everything you see, nobody's invented exercise. Nobody's invented any type of workout. Any workout you see, any form of exercise, it's been around for a long time, right? And there's just people putting their own spin on it to help them get through the workout. I'm a big fan of like descending ladder and ascending ladder sets, meaning I'll do like a 15 down, a 10 down, a 20 down. So you start with, let's say we were doing push-ups. I'll do 20 push-ups, 19, 18, 17, all the way down to 1, right? So at the end of the day, you're doing 210 push-ups, but it's just like a mental thing because you feel like once you get through those, that upper rep count, the 20 to 19 to 18, you just feel, okay, now it's getting easier, and it helps you get through the workout, you know? So it's all a mind game. And again, with these cards, you know, with the card game, every time you throw over a card, you do that number of reps, and just work your way through the deck. And then before you know it, you know, hopefully a half hour later or 40, however long it takes you to get there, you're going to be 380 reps in on each exercise. And again, if you can't do that much, so do half the deck. Cut the cards. Wherever you cut them, take that little stack of cards, put them down, and do that number of cards, that number of reps. Back with a king, that's 10 of each. What's up, Jamie? Appreciate you being here. Back with a 9, guys. So that's it, guys. It doesn't have to be complicated. You know, it's just a matter of starting. It's just a matter of starting. Find something that you think you could do, that you think might be sustainable, that you could fit into your schedule. And be realistic. You know, don't set these crazy goals. Like I always talk about the New Year's resolutions. You know, you've been drinking like a fish, you're overweight, you're smoking, you're eating the wrong way, and then you're going to wake up January 1st and it's going to be a whole new person. You're going to change everything overnight. It does not happen. It doesn't happen. 1 in a billion. Set a small goal. Pick something that you think, you know, whether it is smoking, whether it's getting high, some food that you eat all the time that you know is no good for you. Pick that out, and I'm going to get that out of the way, and just build on it. Build on set small goals, and it's going to snowball over time. And then when you start adding, like even with exercise, if you've never exercised, if you haven't exercised in years, don't tell yourself I'm going to go join Planet Fitness and go there 5-6 days a week, because you're not. I know you're not. You know you're not. You can lie to yourself and say you are, and lie to your friends and say you are, but they know you're full of shit, and in your mind, you pretty much know you are. So tell yourself, I'm going to commit to 2 days a week. I'm going to get in that gym 2 days a week. I'm going to get to the park 2 days a week. And when you do that for a while, now all of a sudden you say, you know what? This week, I'm going to go another day. I'm going to go 3, and I'm going to go 4. And I promise you it works. Only if you build slowly over time. Don't set your goals. You know, you could have a long-term goal. You know, if you're 300 pounds right now, okay, I want to get down to 180 where I should be. 190, whatever an optimal weight is. That's your ultimate goal. But you have to set small goals that are going to get you to that point. And there's always going to be a couple of setbacks. And see, and that's what separates the people that are going to reach their goals and the ones that aren't going to reach their goals. Because when you hit those little setbacks, those bumps in the road, and you let that, because when it comes to this, and it's an unfortunate fact of life, it's always going to be 1 step up, not just 2 steps back, but 3, 4, and 5 steps back. But you have to claw yourself forward. You have to get back up and go forward again. But if you don't do that, if every time you hit some bump in the road and you get knocked back a little bit, and then you just decide it's not worth the effort, I'm not going to try it, you know, you're never going to get there. But it's the people that keep saying, no, I really want to do this. I'm going to do this no matter what. I don't care what it takes. I'm going to get my health back. I'm not going to be overweight. I'm not going to be sick. I'm not going to be paying money for diabetes medications and insulin and all this other bullshit. I'm not going to be a slave to the medical system. I'm going to take my own health. If you do a Humpty Dumpty and you got to go to a hospital and you got to get fixed up, you know, God forbid that happens to any of us, find me a great surgeon, get me to a hospital. I'm all for it. But my day-to-day health, your day-to-day health, you have to learn your body. You have to learn how to keep yourself healthy. All right, guys, I'm talking too much. We're on back with a 5 of each. Double 5s. Easy 2. Easy 2. Back with a jack, 10. Seven. Back with another 10. We'll get those big numbers out of the way. Another big one, guys. Like I said, all these face cards are going to be 10 reps. $420, I'm doing good. How are you doing? Doing dips, and we're doing body weight squats. Flipping over the cards in a deck of cards. And you do that corresponding number of reps. So we're doing parallel bar dips, and we're doing squats. So if we go through a 52 card deck. We're gonna get to 380 reps of each. The face card. Man, I thought it would be better if I did an online deck. I figured online it's going to be shuffled better than me shuffling it. All of those big boys are hanging out together. Another 10. 10 dips, 10 squats. $420, no doubt. Dips are definitely king. You want to hit that chest. You want to actually get that lean forward. You'll hit that chest more. You'll hit those front shoulders. It's definitely a great workout. Add a little bit of weight in too, right? If you want to up the ante a little bit. 6. Seven. Got a little reprieve from the big boys. $420, where you from? Everybody that's in the chat, where you from? I'm in New Jersey. It's 11:13 p.m. We're doing dips, parallel bar dips, and squats. Right now we're on 7 of each. Nice easy 3. We'll take that one. We'll definitely take that. Five, guys. 5 dips, 5 squats. So like I said, when I first saw this routine, it was done with push-ups, and body weight squats. I just altered it a bit to do some bar dips. So you could do either way. Like I said earlier, if you can't do dips, you do a static hold at the top for that corresponding number of seconds, meaning we just got a number 5. So if I can't do dips, I'm going to get up on the bar and hold it at the top for 5 seconds, right? And that'll be in place of doing 5 dips. That's going to help you build up strength so you can do the dips. and then you come down and do your squats. I'll show you right now. So we're just gonna get up to the top, lock out, and hold it for the 5 seconds in place of the 5 reps. Right, so you do your static holds, you'll build up a little strength, and that's gonna help you get to be able to do some dips. Leighton, hi to you. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate you being here. Guys, we just had a 5 onto a 6. Nice easy 3. So again, guys, if you want to do this the way I originally saw it, with push-ups and with squats, even if you can't do your push-ups, there's a way to do it. You could do knee push-ups, do push-ups against the wall, against your kitchen counter, a retaining wall, some steps, a step stool, anything you have that's elevated, right? Because the more vertical you are, meaning up and down, easier that push is going to be. So if I'm against the wall pushing, it's going to be easier. If I move away to something lower, it's going to get a little harder until I get to a standard push-up, right? That's going to be more difficult. And then when I get to where I'm going to do a decline push-up, meaning my feet are going to be elevated, right? And my head is down closer to the floor, that's going to be an even harder version of a push-up. So basically, the higher your head comes up, the easier that push is going to be. So if you can't do push-ups, just start pushing against the wall. Your kitchen counter, just grease the groove throughout the day. If you're walking around, no matter where, if you're in work, there's something you could push on, just do it every once in a while, and you'll build up that strength. Back with a queen, 10. Actually, guys, I think I had a 3 on there. I don't think I did the 3. I'm not sure. So I'll do 10 and 3. I'll do 13. Always err on the side of caution. If you think you made a mistake, you go backwards. Do the extra reps. Don't cheat yourself. I don't know if I did that 3 or not, but either way, we're going to get it in. Back with another 10. Easy 2, guys. Got 3 more cards. 4. Two more cards, guys. Another 4. Let's hit the last one. That's a queen. So we got a total of 14 reps on the last 2. We'll bang those out. There we go, guys. We made it through the deck. So again, 52 cards. Flip them over, do that corresponding number of reps. Face cards are 10, aces are 11. If you make it through 52 cards, good for you. You just did 380 reps of each exercise. In this case, we did parallel bar dips, body weight, and then body weight squats. All right, guys, we're well over an hour. Appreciate everybody that popped in, everybody that chose to hit that like button, subscribe. Even if you didn't, if you were here watching, I appreciate it. Everybody give this workout a try, or something close to it. Everybody stay healthy, get your reps in, and I'm going to talk to you in the next one. Have a good night, guys.